Happy Saturday, Limu Nation. Hang tight. I'm going to get Andrea Rosser on in just a second.
Good morning, Coach. How are you today?
Doing great, doing great. Excited to be on Coffee with the Leaders. June the 1st.
Awesome. It's June the 1st, first day of the month. So excited. This is my favorite time to do a coffee with the leaders. I love when we get to kick off the month together. So welcome, everybody. My name is Andrea Rosser. Obviously, you know Coach Palmer, and we are so excited to be on here with Coffee with the Leaders with you today. I guess I should turn on my light, but maybe not that aggressively. I'm excited to be on here with you guys this morning, and we've got a great live lined up for you. So just so you guys know, we do this every single week, and we do it and we call it Coffee with the Leaders, not about us, but about you guys who tune in so consistently in order to grow your business. So I am going to mute my comments because I'm distractible, but I'll go back and read them later. So thank you. Please comment, tag your teams. We would love to get as many people on here as possible because we've got the big guy on here and want everybody to benefit. So thank you so much, Coach, for joining us today. Obviously, I have been blessed to work with you for, going on 8 years now, and your mentorship has meant so much to our business. So grateful for you and so grateful for everybody to be able to learn from you today. So thank you for that. And, excited to have you on here. And just like I do every single week, I'm hoping that obviously many of us already know your story, right? But there's brand new people that just got started last night that haven't met you yet. Would you mind just sharing your 2-minute story with us this morning?
Sure, absolutely, absolutely. Well, obviously, we live in a small town, Florence, Alabama, and we were educators. I had been a head football coach, a principal, athletic director when I found Limu. Really, Limu found us. And I'll tell you where we were. The reason Limu was appealing to us is, and I don't know if you can relate to this or if y'all can relate to this, but we had an income stream, but our lifestyle was right up there with it. The homes, the cars. And so there just was not a lot of money getting put back. And a lot of months we were charging to our credit card. And when I saw Limu, I saw it as a way to get out of that situation, a way to where, I could get started fast, but more of a long-term, long-range vision. 2 to 5 years, if I put my head down and really worked hard, create an income stream that could create a college fund for the kids, pay off a mortgage quicker than 30 years, investments, retirements, things that I didn't have set up in a big way. This could be that path, not taken away from what I was already doing. So we got started. And inside of 90 days, we helped 10 people on our team qualify or hit the rank of 2K VIP, and we car qualified in the company. And at that point, we started making, enough money here to pay for the mortgage of my home. And I really got excited. I'm like, if I can do that quick, inside of 90 days, I can show other people. And over the next 2 years, we become one of the fastest growing teams in the company, helping a lot of people get to that car, the BMW program inside of our company. And at the end of 2 years, I had options. We were making well over 6 figures here at Limu, and we still had our jobs. And so I walked away from education, not to quit education or quit educating people and coaching people, but just move it to a bigger platform called the Limu Experience. And so over the last, going on 8 years, we've been blessed to earn millions of dollars here. But better than that for us now is to show other people how this can be, and it can work for them. At the end of the day, I'm just an old high school football coach from Florence, Alabama. If I can do it, anybody can. It takes work. It takes a willingness. You got to be coachable, but it is absolutely a beautiful business model here. I say it all the time. It's not perfect, but it is absolutely better. And I want everybody to get as much out of this as they want for them and their family.
Oh, I love your story. I love your story. And guys, I hope what you heard in there was how relatable that was. Because how many people do you know in your circle that from the outside, everything looks great? They've got the homes, they've got the cars, they've got the lifestyles. But we all know for what, I don't know the percentage, I'm going to say 98% of the people, their income's here and their lifestyles right there, right up there with it. And that's our goal of our story, is to be relatable so that people go, oh my gosh, he just admitted that. I could admit that too. I'm right there with you. If you needed it, I needed it. So I love that. Thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate that. And just want to say to everybody, congratulations. We had a great June. Or May. It's June now. We had a great May. Congratulations to everybody that, all the new and the requalified 2Ks, 10Ks, 20Ks, 50Ks, 100Ks, 200Ks, all the way up to 1M. Just so excited for everybody that put in that effort, put in that heart, put in that courage, whatever it took for you to go out there and achieve what you were looking to achieve in May. That's what we're all here for, right? That's the fun part. That's what's exciting, when you can go look at the people around you, downline, crossline, upline, I don't care, and know that they're going out there to create something for their families. So congratulations to all of you. Excited for everybody. And congratulations to everybody that's doing the Lean Challenge. That has been so much fun. I know I have loved looking at all the different posts on there. Crystal had one that got me this week where she had, I don't know if you guys saw this, she had like the seatbelt string. How many of you can relate to this, where you get on the plane and you're pulling the seatbelt up because you need it to fit, right? So you're like pulling it. It's like, please make sure that this is going to fit comfortably. And to look at her, she said, this is a non-weight loss brag, I think is what she said. And she had the big old, like, what do you call that? Like the end of the seatbelt that was extra, right? Surplus. And it's just been so much fun to see everybody, all the different things that they've been putting out there. And, one thing that I hear you talk about all the time, Coach, is that, the fact that this is an attraction business, right? And that we can attract people in a variety of ways. And I know that you personally put a lot out there on your Facebook. So I was hoping you could talk to us a little bit about, what you're seeing with these weight loss posts and what you do on your Facebook.
Yes, and I'll say this. We got to give a huge shout out, Raphael and Stephanie, because I was just in their home in Denver, Colorado. They hit last night the rank of 10K, so they ranked up, getting to that halfway point. Next month, I know the month of June, they're running for the BMW program. And speaking of that, talking about being attractive, becoming more attractive, I was just in Denver, Colorado, having a great conversation with Dave Vance, which joined our company. He's got over 25 plus years in the industry. And he went out and got the BMW paid for by the company, hit the rank of 20K last month. And we were talking about it's validation that this works. It's an attraction business. So he's got a sharp, beautiful, I'll put it in the comments later, a 540i BMW. And he said, you know what? This business is an attraction. When I pull up, it makes a statement. I know Cynthia Bolden just qualified and went and got her new BMW. It's an attraction. It shows a sign. It's not that he needed a new car. He actually had, Dave's got a fleet of cars, but he does understand that he's treating this business as a business, and the future of what is going to drive a lot of residual income into his home. And so that's right to your point, Andrea. That is attractive. It's attractive. So, another thing that's attractive is these weight loss stories that y'all are putting out on social media. And I want to thank you. I want to applaud you, because sometimes people wait to start. They're like, I remember, I just did a video on this. I remember when I started shooting lives on Facebook, and I'm like, I'm no Tony Robbins. I'm not Jim Rohn. And someone told me, and I'm very appreciative they did. They said, Brent, just everybody started small at one point. Jim Rohn started small. Tony Robbins started small. Darren Hardy started small. You just got to start. You got to be bad before you're good and good before you're great. And I started putting things out there on social media. And I remember the first couple of comments from buddies of mine that were like, have you lost your mind? Or are you correct? It's something different, right? But I just moved on despite my fears. And today, I receive a lot of shares, a lot of likes, a lot of feedback, a lot of private messages. It's helped me recruit. I've had people ask me about Limu through it. And I challenge everybody to just do something on social media. And the best way, I say it all the time, Andrea, steal from other people. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to know what's going on the Lean Challenge, Team Lean, go find somebody that's got Team Lean on their profile picture, Crystal Smith, and look through and see what she's posting. And guess what? Steal from her. I don't care if you copy and paste it. It will be a form of flattery for her to go, you know what? They saw that it was valuable enough to take from me and put on their page. Go to Andrea Rosser. Go to Jessica Broadway. Go to Justin Martin's doing it now. I mean, go to so many people, and Andrea, you can mention some names. And I think the best form to get coached is to go see someone else doing it and just start small. Use theirs. Just simply start and go somewhere. And it's no better time than June the 1st. So, Andrea, you might have something to add. That's what I would say. If you want to become more attractive, you just got to get more attractive. I mean, that's it. And on social media, it just means document. You don't have to be creative. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to do social media. People want you to just document things, and it's kind of like it's just piquing their interest.
Yes. I love that.
And we've grown,
and I think,
Andrea, I'm sorry. We've grown in the last month in Limu. Ever since we left the regional event, I see that Limu Nation are starting to do things on social media. I know Alicia is thank you for doing the lives you're doing, Alicia. They're working, and more people are starting to leak in Limu to their regular Facebook page just in their everyday life, and that's going to breed interest. It's going to take some time, but we're going to see a big wave from that.
Well, I was going to mention Alicia. So you hit the nail on the head. Alicia Gutierrez, if you guys are not following her, friends with her already, go follow her page because she puts out really great content. And I'll tell you, a lot of it she steals from our corporate site. So if you are not following the Limu Company's official Facebook page, you should be. Have a star on it so you see their stuff first. Go check it out. And then every Tuesday, for a series, she's doing a series. So it's Tuesday night, I believe at 9:30 p.m. She's doing lives right here in Limu Nation just on what we can do, her and Jessica Broadway, on what we can do to just be a little bit more effective on social media. So if you're not sure how to start small, tune in. There's one from last week, so go watch it. But tune in and get that first step. So the other day, okay, so changing channels really quickly. The other day, you and I were talking, Coach, and you talked.
Can I say something real quick?
I'm
so sorry. Okay, this is the downside of doing it with Brent Palmer.
The boss, yeah.
So I challenge everybody on here, June the 1st, today. Here's something we can all do today. I will do it. I know Andrea will do it. Go to your back office today, June the 1st, and share a social resource post. So goal number 1 for today, go to your back office and share a social resource post that's fitting for you. I want to tell you why. I want to give you the selfish side for you. Because if we start moving those around social media, and all I got to do is go in and I might see Andrea's, like it, comment something on it, and it'll throw that out to your newsfeed. We'll do the same for yours, but we start to get the word out. Also, our company's running a retargeting structure that is going, if people like it and comment on it, now they're going to they will get some Limu ads that if they place an order, will go to you. It'll go to your. So here's the thing, really simple today. Every single one of you that is watching this or watching the recording, as soon as it's over, go share a social resource from your back office. And that'll be the first step to just starting small. Okay,
I
turn
love
it
it.
back.
I wrote it down, so I'll get it done. I'll get it done. Thank you, Coach. So now I'm going to switch gears, if that's all right. Okay, so now I'm going to switch gears. Something that you and I have talked about quite a bit was the percentages, right? The percentage of people that are going to do different things once they join a business like ours, a network marketing, a direct sales business. So can you just talk to us a little bit about what you mean by that and then what those percentages are?
Yeah, absolutely. I shared a lot, and one of the things, that's why I brought a whiteboard. So I'm going to move it in. Can you see that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So no matter how, where you start, okay, and as it grows, the future of you growing network marketing, does that make sense? Let's say it grows to 1,000 people, okay? It's going to
Okay.
grow bigger than that. But let's say it grows to 1,000 people. Out of these 1,000 people, I want to put something in perspective for you. All of these people, we're going to talk about this, but all of these people are involved with Limu. They're all using our products. They're all going to take a part of being in Limu. But I love these numbers. 70% of these people that get involved are simply just going to drink our products and belong to a positive group. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
20% of these people that are in this are going to put 1 to 3 people in. Think about that. In our pay plan, this is an industry average. That's 2K VIP, 1 to 3 people. Think about that in our compensation plan. But 20% of the industry put in 1 to 3 people. 8% of the industry go on to put in 4 to 6 people in their lifetime. In their lifetime. And then 2% really go after the big piece of the pie, the big money, the $1 million earner, the multiple 6-figure earner. Can you see that, Andrea?
I can't see the bottom one. Are you able to angle? Oh, there you go.
You see that?
I meant angle your camera down, but yes, we can see it. Go after it. 2% go after it.
And so the reason I share that, this is a very positive thing for us. And the reason I share that is I say you got to love people in the percentage they want to be. Okay?
Yes.
I want every single person to be a 2%er. Every single person. Now remember this, all of these people are drinking the products. Everybody's benefiting on the products. But think about this, out of this big thing, 70% of the people are always just really going to consume the products and have fun just being a part. So we got to love those 70%ers. We
Yes.
want everybody to be 2%ers. But this is big on spotting, spotting gold. Think about you're out there and you're panning for gold and you're going through dirt. I'm not calling these people dirt, okay? But just follow my analogy. You're sifting and sorting through dirt, panning for gold, panning for gold. How do you know it's gold?
It looks different.
It looks different. It just looks different. It shows up different in your pan. So if I bring it back to this analogy, how do I know it looks different? Well, if a 20%er brings in 1 to 3 people, then as soon as that little gold nugget, somebody enrolls somebody, there's me a spot of gold to go work with. As soon as I break a 2K VIP, there's a bigger spot of gold. Go work with them. What about if I see somebody that enrolls 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th, they enroll a 4th. They're an 8%er. There's a big spot of gold, and they're 8%er. Does that make sense, Andrea?
Absolutely.
All we're doing is we're spotting gold. And listen, it's like going through a deck of cards. When you roll an ace, and there's aces in the deck, there's not as many as the rest of the cards, but there's four, right? When you roll an ace, when you roll a 2%er, they go do it. They're not. It's over. So you don't need many 2%ers to change your history, okay? But my point to this is we're going to get everybody involved. Everybody's using the products, but the percentages are the percentages. We just have to bring people to the table.
Well, what I love about that, I don't know where you went, but what I love about that is that we all have a choice. We all have a choice where we're going to fall in that funnel percentage that is up there, and that we have the opportunity to love people exactly where they're at, because everybody loves to be a part of something, right? Everybody loves to be a part of something, and you get to choose where you want to be in that whole equation. And another thing that I thought about there is that every single person, 70%er, 2%er, every single one was asked to do this. Every single one was invited to join, right? And I think that's something that can be very, very key here, in that we all want to be a part of something. I was thinking about this with my kids the other day, that nobody wants to be the person waiting on the side. Did anybody else play dodgeball? Nobody else wants to be the person that wasn't picked for the team. And that's our job here, is to reach out to people. And I don't care where they're going to fall there, right? But our job is to say, I want you on my team. Will you do this with me? And that's powerful, regardless of what they're going to end up doing. They were invited to be a part of the team with us. So thank you so much for that, Coach. And it's June 1st, right? So it's the first day of the month. I love the first day of the month because we now have 30 days of opportunity in front of us, right? That makes it so much fun. It's all these, it's wide open, right? We have no idea what's going to happen in June. And what would you be telling people right now in order to launch their month off properly?
Well, I think June, July, and August are special times in our industry. And what I mean by that is it's time to ramp up bringing in personal recruits, which I do every single year. But if you bring in some personal recruits in June, July, and August, then you've got people to run with in September, October, November, which is creating a bigger wave of momentum going into 2020. So what you do now really starts to take shape in the next 90 days from now. And so, what I tell people is really two things. We're starting June the 1st, okay? Andrew, I hope you can see this okay.
Yes, sir.
We're starting June the 1st. Our game plan that I'm going to show you is, this month, starting today, you're going to hear me show you or talk to you about a workable top 10, okay? And you're going to hear me talk to you about 2x2. These two things is all we need to be focusing on, okay? But you got to have a goal, okay? You got to have a goal. And you got to set day one, like what do you want to do this month? Do you want to be a 70%er and just drink the product? Do you realize there's some months that we have people that are car qualified that just decide to be a 70%er that month? Just drink the product. So no matter what your rank, each month you get to decide, do I want to be a 70%er? Do I want to be an 8%er? Do I want to be, a 20%er? What percentage do I want? I just gave you the numbers. We're talking personal, right? So here's the thing. That's the way I look at it, Andrea. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So here's the thing now. In telling you this, workable top 10 and 2x2, I'm going to erase where we stay up to the top. But all I've got to do is I've got to have, I'm going to do this as quick as I can, a workable top 10. If I were you, I would tag my team in this because this is the game plan going into June. Workable top 10. Think about this. I'm going to draw this up. You can take pictures of this or whatever. But this is before I go to bed on Sunday night, every Sunday night before I go to bed, I'm going to have my workable top 10 in front of me. Now, I'm going to create a funnel. Follow the funnel, okay? Follow the funnel. The funnel is going to take me down into exposures. Okay? Exposures. Now, we know that we have at least 4 type exposures. We have experience parties, which is the best because the energy's there, the excitement's there. If you've all been to an experience party, it's much more fun.
Hmm.
But also we have Zooms available for an exposure where you get on the phone, you get on a Zoom with a friend and maybe another business partner in Limu. And you just do a Zoom. Or maybe you go by to their house, or you take them for dessert like Andrea talked about, or they come over to your house, just a one-on-one, or you do a FaceTime with them. Again, what creates an exposure? Eye-to-eye interaction. If they can see your eyeballs, it's an exposure. Now, here's what we're going to do in an exposure. You're going to share your story, your 2-minute story. You're going to show video 3, and then you're going to give, I call it the vision of what this thing, the vision is what this thing can turn into. Let me show you how to go 2K VIP. Here's what we want to do. We want to run the play with you. We want to help you get 3 promoters, help you get 3 customers. You get your money back in the next 7 to 14 days and your product for free next month. That's the vision. And then we'll start building that. We just rinse and repeat. We do it over and over and over. We show them that vision. So I can do that. I can do these 3 things at every exposure I've got over here. Does that make sense, Andrea?
Yes, sir.
So now we create another funnel in our business. So my workable top 10, give me somebody, Andrea, and I'm going to give an example. Who's somebody that in your workable top 10?
Leah.
Leah. I don't know how to spell it, but we're going to go there. Leah. So
yes.
Let's say Leah, I got to figure out what type of exposure I need to get Leah to. So let's say that Leah is in Alabama and Andrea's in California. Well, I definitely can't do an experience party with her. So I'm going to get Leah to do a Zoom, and Andrea's going to plug me in with it, me, her, and Leah's going to do a Zoom. Now on that Zoom, we're going to share our story. We're going to show video 3, and we're going to paint a vision for what this can turn into with the play. So now we just put Leah through this funnel. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, once we do that, all we've got to do then is close. We get paid. Can you see that, Andrea?
No.
This is important, so I'm going to back it down. Tell me when you see it.
We can see the close and the funnel.
So we get paid to expose and close, people. Expose and close. So once Leah goes through this, this is where Andrea said, now we got to tell Leah, I want you on our team. Just like we were in elementary school and they were picking teams for dodgeball. Leah will like that, okay? It'll make her feel special. And here's how we say it. Here's how we use the close. Leah, me and you could do some special things together. Let's team up together. Will you do this with me? Will you do this with me? It's the $1 million question. And then zip it up. And out of that, Leah, I promise you, will say yes or no. There's only 2 options. She's going to say yes or no. No does not mean forever. If she says no, say, that's okay. Hey, if I stay in touch with you to just let you know how we're doing, are you okay? Yeah, sure. You and Leah are friends. Things happen every 3 to 6 months in people's lives. Leah can go back up to a top 10, workable top 10 at some point, Andrea, if she's a
Yes, sir.
no. So we're just putting people through the funnel. I promise you this, if you'll work through this top 10 list and funnel them down, funnel them down, funnel them down into here, you're going to get a yes. Now, it might only be 10%. You might only get one person out of 10, but you will get a yes. And if you go, well, I want to recruit 4 people. What if it took you a month to go through a workable top 10 to get one person? What if we all recruited one person this month? Wow, we'd blow this thing up. That's your goal for June. But what if you want to recruit 4? Then before you go to bed every Sunday night, have a new workable top 10, and that following week, funnel them down to the close and close them out. You do 10%, you do a workable top 10 each week, 4 weeks. That's 40 people. You recruit 10% of that. You just put 4 people into your business in the month of
Yes.
June. 4 new people. When's the last time you put? Now, guess what percentage you are of this month? You're not a 70%er. You're not a 20%er. You're an 8%er. You're a big spot of gold this month. Andrea, anything you want to add to that? It's a 3-step process.
Yes.
It's literally 1, 2, 3. And I promise you this, if you start June today doing this, and you get to the end of the month and you do this all month, meaning during the week you're working your workable top 10 into an exposure, into the close, you will recruit, your business will grow. And if you don't do this, the reality is you're not going to grow this month. You're going to be a 70%er that's just drinking the product. And we love you. It's okay. But we absolutely can change the percentage for you if you just work this.
I love it. And there's a couple of things that stood out to me in that, one, when we're always funneling people through, we always have people to follow up with. We always have somebody that we can try to kick off the fence. Like, say, example, if I've gone 3 weeks of the month and I've worked through this list, 10 week 1, 10 week 2, 10 week 3. Well, on the 3rd week, when I get a phone call that there's a contest going, right? Well, then I have 30 people that I can go, or maybe 27 because 3 joined me, but I have 27 people that I can go back to and say, I know you said no, but I've got something I can offer you right now. So this gives us options all month long. And, I think that right there is obviously how we ensure that somebody's going to join us in June. We can leave it to chance, right? We can hope we, attract somebody through our Facebook. We can hope that we bump into somebody that just lays it all on the line and says, I need your business. Or we can take it into our own hands and say, okay, I'm going to be strategic. I'm going to create that top 10 and I'm going to go to work. So with
Andrea,
that,
can I add
yes,
something to it?
absolutely.
It's June the 1st. I want to challenge each of you. How many of you will air it out there today on this live and go, I will recruit I will do this, what I just showed you, and I will recruit at least one person in the month of June. Because think about this, Andrea. You recruit one person, just one person in the month of June. Okay?
Okay.
And in July, you help that one person recruit 3. Okay? And then in August, you help those 3 recruit 3. June, July, August. You grew your network because of that one person to 9. Now, we go into September. and you help those 9 recruit 3, you just hit 27. You go into October, you help those 27 recruit 3, 81. You go into November, and you help those 81 recruit 3, 243. Add those numbers up. Tell me that you don't go into 2020 with a storm on your hands. All because you bowed up and decided that you were going to change your percentage this month. How many of you will do that in June? One person. And you go, well, how do you know the one's going to be 3? Because I'm going through the funnel and finding the right one. I'm not begging people to do this. If you will have a workable top 10 and you will expose them and you will close them, you will get somebody to say yes. And the person that says yes will want to go to work. They will want to do something. That's how you get the 1 to turn to 3. If you beg somebody, if you make a no a yes, if you just pull them along, that 1 is not going to turn to 3. But if you'll work what I shared with you today, starting June the 1st, you absolutely can create a storm for 2020. And Andrea, I might be getting excited right here, and you know how I get. But here's the thing. I want this for you. I want it for your family. I want it for your kids. I want it for your long term. I want you to be here in 5 years because I'm going to be here in 5 years. I'm going to have a bigger organization in 5 years than I have today because I'm going to do what I showed you. And I just want you to do it with us. I want you to get out of this what you want. Be the bigger piece of the pie. How big do you want to be? But you've just got to start. 1. How many of you will do this in June? Air it out. Be brave enough to say, I will, and then I'm going to go through. Me and Andrea are going to go through, and we're going to write your names down. We're going to hold you accountable this month. This month. And if you want your team, if you want your team to know about this, then guess what? Make them watch this live. Call them up and go, you got to watch this live. All right, Andrea.
I'm just, okay, so that was phenomenal. I love your heart. Guys, do you not love his heart? Who else is so dedicated to all of our success? So thank you so much for that, for Coach. And I was going to just say, I just want to cover one last thing. And this is for everybody that enrolled somebody in May or had somebody enroll in their team in May. What should we be doing with all of those new people right now, today?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was still thinking about that. Well, absolutely. It's what I said to start the thing. We got to have a workable top 10 ourselves, but then we got to run 2 by 2 if we have a team. So if your team has enrolled somebody this month, if you've enrolled somebody this past month, you got to know who they are. You got to call them up. People want, I'm going to say it again, people want to be wanted.
Yes.
So if we're letting a new recruit come in and sit, and if Andrea's got a new person that joined her business last month, for every day that passes that Andrea doesn't find a way to get in touch with that person and go, hey, just wanted to welcome you to the team. I'm Andrea Rosser. I'm excited to have you on Limu. You know, I'm here to help you. I want to see you go 2K VIP. Is that something you would like to do? And she starts to create a relationship with that person. That's how we grow a business here. That's how we work 2 by 2 with people here. So grabbing that new person and helping them, asking them the question, do you want to go there? Do you want my help? And if the answer is yes, then we just do this play. Workable top 10, exposures, close.
Easy peasy, let's go. So thank you so much for that, Coach. We went a little long, but you brought so much value. So thank you so much for all of that. And guys, just the last thing we're going to say is September 14th. Put it on your calendar. I know I pound you guys on this every single week, but what I hate more than anything is when I hear, 4 days before an event, gosh, I wish I could be there, but I just can't figure it out. you have plenty of time to take the time off work, figure out the babysitters, whatever it may be, so that you can cross off that day on your calendar to make sure that wherever our event is, our next regional on September 14th, that you are there with us. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Coach, for pouring your heart out into the team and all of the great information that you shared with us today. I'm in. I'll be commenting on here in just a moment. I'm going to watch again. Awesome. I love it. And guys, I hope you are too. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, sir. And you all have a fantastic, fantastic Saturday.
Love you, Limu Nation. Happy June the 1st. Let's go.
Let's go.